Apple anticipation and disappointment are two sides of the same coin. When the iPhone 15 dropped, the internet went into its usual frenzy. It looks the same, memes everywhere. Samsung poking fun as if they've never copied anything they've mocked Apple for. And of course, YouTubers. They've been hyping this thing up for months, and now that they have it, nah, let's wait for the next one. If you're on the been there, seen that train, here's the deal. This iPhone 15 is not for you. In a world where new is always better, why do some tech releases feel like deja vu? Apple drops and the world usually applauds, but sometimes the vibe shifts. There are several elements that can tilt this: economy, product services, public sentiment, anticipation, leaks, and of course the product costs. And even with all the Android did it first talk and the side-eyeing of minor upgrades, Apple continues to pull numbers and Android users. This is not an Apple love fest, but an incredible hatred of the yearly cycle of whining about the yearly tech upgrades. You know you don't have to, right? Remember when your mom first sent you an emoji? See, the thing is, tech is for everyone now. Brands are aiming for all of us, from your friend who's 3D printing an Iron Man suit to your grandma wondering if Siri's a demon. It's not just about flashy features, it's about making tech accessible. People replace their smartphone about every 3 years. Laptops, 4 years, desktop, 5. I think TVs are 7 and tablets are 4. And wearables every 2 years, although I think that will stretch out soon. Upgrading your tech is like upgrading wardrobe. You don't really need a new outfit every season, but it's time to shop when your jeans start to tear. When to upgrade isn't about the latest features. It's about the current device's condition, the appeal of new features, and how much cash you got to spare, especially given the not so great financial climate. So people decide to upgrade or stick with their current device for many reasons. We're in the future. With AI language models like ChatGPT making waves and already becoming boring, powerful processors are going to become the next essential thing for devices. So the race is going to be, as always, more digital than it is physical. Tech giants like Apple and Samsung are likely having innovations in the pipeline that we haven't even imagined yet. But they're playing the long game, watching competitors and being ready to incorporate standout innovations to maintain their lead. But it's going to be mostly digital. And the improvements are going to be under the hood. And let's face it, we've peaked. Smartphones are bricks. Yes, some of them fold now, but the next phase is slapping them on your face. But there will be minor physical alterations. If not, they started on tech influencers because they wield a lot of power. The constant chasing for fresh content sometimes results in a negative slant. Not every product release can be groundbreaking, but there's this weird cycle where tech influencers hype products only to criticize them later. It's not revolutionary, but how are you mad about the features that you've made 10 videos about before launch? If they're so tired and dissatisfied, maybe it's time to step back from the review cycle. A lot of studies show that 80% of online shoppers check product reviews before buying, from customers or from influencers. 90% trust these online reviews as much as a recommendation from a friend. So when tech influencers play the hype then disappointment game, it's not just a letdown, it's misleading. Who's reviewing these reviewers? Tech advancements aren't always flashy. Sometimes they're the silent heroes in the background. The new Apple Watch double tap feature was buried within the accessibility section, but now it's a premier feature. Tech is always evolving, even if it doesn't always make the front page. Less sexy tech like haptic feedback or leaps in accessibility features. They might not be the star of these commercials, but they're game changers. It's easy to overlook these nuances, but they deserve some love. It often forgets about the average user, because their priorities are generally price, reliability, camera quality, and battery life. The average buyer is not obsessing over 120 hertz refresh rate. For the love of God, I'm so tired of the constant 120 hertz whining. The average consumer wants a dependable phone with solid camera, impressive apps, and decent battery life. Brands like Apple get this. Samsung gets this. It's not just Apple loves this. They're catering for the majority, not the vocal tech enthusiasts. The yearly upgrade criticism is like a TV rerun. It's predictable, repetitive, but somehow we still tune in. For those stuck in the cycle of tech criticism, I really feel you, but maybe it's time for a change. You don't have to buy it, you know. You don't have to upgrade every single year. Maybe for people like me, who I think I have like an iPhone 12 or 13, yeah, maybe I should buy. But you know what? It perfectly works, so I don't need to. I might maybe buy next year. But what about the people who maybe have their phones broken and need a new pair? Why not get the latest and greatest? So to expect one monumental change every year for eternity, or maybe just for 1 year or two, just don't get the new phone. This year's iPhone is spectacular. If you bought it last year, of course, it's not going to be making major changes. But look back 3, 5, 6, 7 years and see the major changes, the major advancements for all of our tech. The same way how the iPhone is incrementally the same every single year, that whining is as well too. And just face it, recently, the iPhone 15 or iPhone 15 Pro is not for you.